It's that time, guys. And finally, a new Nintendo Direct is finally being announced. Now, everybody, been anticipating, been crying for it. It's finally happened. Y'all happy now? Y'all got Direct. Y'all forced Nintendo to make a Direct. And maybe an unneeded one, man. Maybe they was trying to save all their guns for E3, man. Whatever they can load up the chopper and unload on Sony and Microsoft. Maybe that's what they was planning to do. But now they're being forced to freaking come out and do a Direct, man. So mind you, man, it's gonna suck big time. And here's the thing: this is the reason why every time there's big Nintendo news, like a Direct or something, I haven't been there to cover it. Nintendo's have been firing when I've been going to school or either in church, a doctor, or maybe at work. And every time I trying to find a chance to cover it, it's always at the nighttime when I'm tired. I don't really want to do nothing. I sit there and lay on the news, man. So it's gonna be really hard for me to cover it because I want to really cover this news, man. I ain't about to give up my job just to sit in front of a camera and talk to you fools. But you know what? It is what it is. I got work tomorrow, and it starts like dead start where my orientation for my new job is. Well, it's the same job. It's just a new company. How about that? Put it that way. So, so what I'm trying to say is I won't be here to cover the Nintendo news, but that doesn't stop me from right now while I do have time to give y'all my predictions. So here are my predictions for the Nintendo Direct. Now I'm gonna start with the 3DS, and most people don't care about the 3DS, but I do because I still like the 3DS. So let's go ahead and start it off. So I have a feeling that Monster Hunter World, not Monster Hunter World, but Monster Hunter Generation 2, because Double Cross over here was called Generations over here in the West, while it was X over there in Japan. So I'm feeling Monster Hunter Generation 2 is finally going to be announced for the West for 3DS, and this will also go for the Switch too, since it's on the Switch as well. So there's that. Then Sushi Strikers is a game that Nintendo premiered at E3. A lot of people did not think of this game very highly because it's an out of the way. It's on 3DS, and it's a out of nowhere game. It's like Ever Oasis, where it's a new IP for Nintendo. Nintendo's trying to strike a new IP, and they're striking it on the 3DS. And it's, and I hate to say it, it's going to hurt Sushi Striker because it's not on Switch, because a lot of people are trying to get Nintendo to kill off the 3DS. But I'm excited for it, and I was very questionable about this game. I said, the trailer was awesome, and it got me captivated, and it made me really wonder what this game is going to be about. So I can't wait to see Sushi Striker back on on the radar again. So another 3DS thing they're going to do, they're going to show off more Detective Pikachu. We can skip that part because, let's be honest with you, that's the next game coming out. How about it? A big bold prediction is Nintendo has another Kirby ready for 3DS. Now, they released a Kirby 2015, 2016, 2017. They're ready for a 2018 game again for Kirby. So I wouldn't put it past them if they have a game ready for Kirby. That's all good, man. But just before you know, I'll be playing Star Allies because that demo got me freaking hype, and I love that demo. So, so maybe for the 3DS side, that may be all. But there's also Yokai Watch and Izuma, something like that. 11. I can't pronounce the name, please. But it's that soccer Japanese anime game that I'm so interested in. I heard it's coming to the Switch, and I'll maybe pay it there too. But anywho, I may talk about that and Yokai Watch since they both from level 5. Yokai Watch 3 particularly, that's why I think it's going to be shown for the 3DS. Okay, so I'll put that there. I'm going to leave this all here. And then we might get a bunch of indies for the 3DS. Who knows what else is coming for the 3DS. So anywho, while we move the 3DS aside, now let's talk about the smartphone. Nah, let me stop playing with you. But yeah, let me go ahead and move that away real quick. We may get some more details on the next smartphone game, plus Animal Crossing. We ain't gonna get no more details on Mario Kart for the Mario Kart Tour on smartphones. But yeah, more smartphone stuff, more Fire Emblem Heroes, more Animal Crossing. I don't even know the name of that game on the mobile phone. It may be the new release for this year for the smartphone. So yeah, that's all. But now let's seriously move on to the Switch. I'm sorry for deviating. So I'm gonna be real with you, right, guys? Don't come in here expecting those things on Smash Brothers. All right, don't come in here expecting no Smash Brothers. All right, no Smash, no Metroid, no Pokemon. Okay, maybe Pokemon because Game Freak like to announce it on their own terms. So if they choose to announce it in a Nintendo Direct, they're announcing it in Nintendo Direct, or they have their own Direct. So, anywho, no Metroid, no Smash Brothers, no Pokemon. Well, Pokemon maybe, but yeah, leave it at that. So when it comes to the Switch, I'm gonna start off with the biggest giant in the room. Fire Emblem. Now, anytime a big Fire Emblem game comes out, it's always announced in the Nintendo Direct. It's a teaser trailer, then they blow the whole lid off it at E3. So maybe this is the time that they're finally going to show the next Fire Emblem game on Switch. Now, personally, for me, if I was Nintendo, I would keep that for E3 because that's one of a gun. That's one gun series. That's one bullet that they can load in the chopper and just spray on everybody. But anywho, that's Fire Emblem for the Switch. So I want to know what this game is about. And sad that I'm not gonna be able to get my impressions if it does come out. So I really want to talk about that title. I've been anticipating this Fire Emblem release for a long time. I've been waiting for them to talk about it. Please, Nintendo, talk about Fire Emblem tomorrow. So another game that might be curious is we'll finally see a good trailer. You may know for My Hero Academia One's Justice. It is coming to the Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. In Japan, it's for the Switch and PlayStation 4. And they had some scans announcing some of the characters. And I'm a bad My Hero Academia fan. While I'm in the middle of Season 2, you think I should know everybody's name? I don't. I don't. I'm still calling the main protagonist Deku, which it was a name that his rival just called him that out of an insult and All Might. But I'm excited for the game because I watch so much of the anime. I just wish I could remember the names. Maybe if I watch the dub, maybe I get some of the names because it's a shame that I'm a fan of Black Clover as well, and I already know Asta Noel and all the rest of the Black Bulls, and it's kind of crazy, right? That I can already name some of the cast of one anime, and then there's the other one. So, My Hero Academia One's Justice come to the Switch. Blah. So, there's another prediction. It's a bold prediction. One big bold prediction. I would say this one for the last. So they already said Mario Tennis Aces. So I ain't going to talk about that game. But there's also Wii U ports. Wonderful 101. Wonderful 101 teased after that one. Wonderful 102. It makes the most sense. Might as well. Wonderful 102 after that one. And maybe Star Fox Zero as well coming over to the Switch. Maybe Platinum is working on getting all these games on the Switch. Wonderful 101, Star Fox, Bayonetta 1 and 2. Have at it, Platinum. That's your call. That's your call. That's what you want. Do it, man. Don't be scared to take Scalebound away from Microsoft so we can actually play that game. Okay, so then I'm gonna throw this one out there. Dragon Ball Z for Switch. Dragon Ball Z for Switch. Dragon Ball Z Fighters for Switch. Yes, you got to announce it here. It's either that or Soul Calibur. And there's another third-party game, Crash Bandicoot to Insanity was rumored to come to the Switch. And we also got Wolfenstein. So these third-party games should be announced tomorrow, talked about in the Switch Direct tomorrow as part of the Switch portion. I believe the Switch is going to have a bigger impact than 3DS is, so I'm mostly going on with the Switch stuff. So then coming from Nintendo, you might have a tease for whatever next game they're talking about, plus Yoshi. So I think we're gonna get more information on Yoshi because I think that game is more likely a summer or spring game because it's Yoshi. Come on now, you can't have Yoshi for holidays now. You tried it with Yoshi Woolly World. You should have released that game during the spring or summertime when the Wii U was dry. But anywho, I digress. Plus, there might be some more DLC for Mario Odyssey and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that they may want to announce. You know what? That reminds me, I gotta get that DLC pack because there's more story to it. But I also got to beat the game as well, man. I'm 53 hours into the game and I just haven't beat it yet. So anywho, I believe there's more DLC coming for Splatoon, Xenoblade Chronicles, and Mario Odyssey. Um, and you know, I already said Mario Tennis. The people talking about Tropical Freeze gonna get talked about and all. I don't think so. It's only funky mode. You can only talk about funky mode so much. So yeah, funky need to take this funky ass on. Okay, so my last predictions. All right, and I'm just throwing this out there, man. It's a wild card. Project X Zone 3 gets announced. Now that is one of 3DS's biggest games. If that gets announced for Switch, we will know that the 3DS is officially dead. Now Project X Zone 3 come to the Switch. Come on now, people want that game, man. Of course, they're gonna talk about the Mega Man X collection, but who cares? People want to know about. Well, people care about Mega Man X. Let me stop right there before them X guys come kill me. But let's talk about the fact that Project X on 3 may be announced here. That is a wild card, and I'm throwing it out there because I want it. A lot of people, I'm guessing Pikmin 4, Animal Crossing. I'm throwing in Project X on 3 as a big surprise game, other than Fire Emblem. So, anywho, I may be wrong about all this stuff. Like the third-party games, like My Hero Academia, I think Bandai Namco going on their term. Crash Bandicoot, yeah, I can see I'm throwing it in direct. And all the other games that I talked about in Monster Hunter XX for Switch, I can see that also coming here too. It's basically the headline stuff I'm talking about. The big highlight is going to be Mario Tennis Aces, but you gotta respect me, man. Come on. So anywho, these are my predictions. I'm not gonna be totally wrong and left field about all this stuff, and we get a bunch of basic crap. But you know what? It's an E3. Expectations, but you know, are high right now. People are thinking it's gonna be the greatest threat. My expectations are low. If you listen to all my stuff, everything besides Project X Zone 3 getting announced, I lowballed all my guesses. Like I literally did, you know. Besides My Hero Academia and Project X Zone 3, I lowballed all my guesses. If y'all think I'm tripping, you rewatch this video and listen to all I said. All this stuff is pretty safe, I said. So anywho, it's your boy Kahuna Silver. I'm signing out. Sorry for a bit delay. I'll try to get my expectations out as soon as I get off from work tomorrow. God help me on that. I'm out.